Hey y'all, how fitting is this shirt? I was going through donations for my uh, next carload because I like to just put it all together in the garage. When it looks like it's going to fill up my car, that's when I go and just like, here, let me bless you. So I was doing that and I came across this shirt. I'm obviously busy, right? Busy doing what, Markette? Minding my business. I'm realizing that the life that I had, that I was sad over, I was sad because I was viewing that life through rose-colored glasses. I was literally in a hyperbole golden cage. I was in this situation where on paper looked amazing, with the vacations, with all the family time, with all the beautiful countries I've seen and stuff, right? Right. Looking like the perfect mom, the perfect wife, just the perfect person. But on the inside, I was sad. I was overworked. I was underappreciated. I was always drained. I was always this close from losing my stuff because I needed to be this perfect person. I needed to have the perfect house. I had to have the perfect everything. But on the inside, I was stressed. I was tired. I was like, I don't even like anything or anyone. I'm going to go work out for hours because this is the only way I'm going to keep from losing my stuff. Right? Right. So then the divorce came because I just got tired of being tired. After the divorce, I went through this funk where I literally had no desire to clean. I had no desire to be in the world. I had no desire to do anything but work out because working out was the one thing I felt like I had control over. Working out and shopping. So what did I do? I worked out, I shopped, I worked out, I shopped, I worked out, I shopped. But then I realized, Markette, your savings account cannot handle you doing all this darn saving, all this darn shopping with paying all this money to these dang lawyers. So, $12,000 later in lawyer fees. Yeah. I'm sure it was a little bit more, but we're gonna say $12,000 worth of lawyer fees because that makes me feel okay. So I'm willing to say I paid to them. Yeah, some lies to yourself are okay. It's self-care. So then I made it through all the lawyer fees. $93,000 later, I was like, crap. You can't have all these vacations anymore. You just gave up $93,000. What are you gonna do? I was like, well, I'm gonna shop. I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna fill my life with all these activities so I don't have to focus on the actual problem at hand. So what did I do? I worked out. I shopped. I had all the experiences I said I wish I could have because I did not want to face myself, right? Right. So that's what I did. But then I realized if I stay on this current trajectory, yeah, I'm going to be a peasant. I am not built to be a peasant. My taste for the things that I like, my habits, my hobbies, my indulgence will not allow me to have a life that is here. That's not going to work for me. So then, what did I do? I actually started listening to my own needs. I started to allow myself to feel my feelings. I decided, you know what, Markette? You're just going to cry today. You're just going to not work out. You're going to feel, how does it feel if I don't work out? Yeah, that was a hard one because you know why? that fitness was my escapism. Yeah, we all have escapism. I told myself that I was going to feel how it felt to be alone with me. Why, you ask? How can you learn to be okay, to be happy, to be joyful in the company of someone else if you don't like being in the company of you? I said it. I said what I said with my chest up. So I did that. But then I realized that I went from doing like this to doing like this, to slightly going down, but in the opposite direction. And I was like, whoa there, buddy, hold on. What am I supposed to learn from this? Because clearly now I'm back on the hamster wheel. I have to jump off. So I was like, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? A lot of times in life, when we are supposed to learn a lesson, instead of sticking with the situation that's causing that lesson, we jump off too early. Why are we doing this? It's fear. But what if, instead of completely jumping away, completely jumping off, because God knows I tried so many times, but I wasn't allowed to. He knows me. I'm quick to be like, you know what? I'm done. I quit. No, this is not my thing to deal with. I've had my fill. I'm done. So, with everything going on, I chose to fast. I fasted so much that people are like, Markette, you are getting too thin. You've lost so much weight. Are you trying to get thin? I'm like, no, I'm trying to find clarity. Clarity comes in fasting. Jesus fasts. So why wouldn't we have to fast to find clarity in our situations? And I literally fasted from food. I literally fasted from people. I literally fasted from activities. I fasted from pleasures, indulgences. Why? Because God was showing me I didn't need them. I learned that, because I even was in my one phase. I was like, you know what? I'ma have me a drink. Oh, it's free? Oh, I can have some more? And you're going to buy it? Oh, you want to buy me one too? And you want to buy me one too? Oh, this is nice. But then I realized that I was going into a family history. I was leaning too hard into a family history that likes to pleasure themselves with alcohol. And I was like, ooh, girl, you better, no ma'am. Slow down, little buddy. Reel it back, reel it back, reel it back, reel it back, reel it back. So I was like, okay, I went back to water, tea, and coffee. Water, tea, and coffee. Water, tea, and coffee. Water, tea, and coffee. Because that alcohol, slippery slope. And as much as you all think that I say the first thought in my head, oh no, you have no idea. This is a filtered edit version. The true version of how everything I feel comes out with alcohol. Alcohol will give me the loosest lips and tongue to the point of, I'm telling folks, oh, you know what? I love you. I really want to be around you. Girl, you are drunk. Go have several seats. It happens. So then I was like, you know what? Alcohol, no bueno. Water, bueno, good. Tea, good. Isolation, actually good. And when all this came to its head, and when all these things I finally allowed myself to feel and release, I noticed a change in my entire energy, my entire soul. Even just enjoying peace. Now, I know social media, they have this thing where you could edit out the silences, but why do you feel the need to have constant stimulation? Why do you feel the need to have constant noise? Why do you feel the need to have constant interactions with people, places, and things? Why are you so afraid of yourself? Why do you feel like you're only happy when you're being something you're not? What if you took that mask off? What if you learned that the thing that scares you the most is actually what you actually need for happiness? What if you decided that you're no longer going to put on this facade to be acceptable? What if you stopped putting on this facade to be palatable? What if you came into who you actually are innately in order to be attractive to the right person? You think that you're attracting wrong because of there's only bad things in the world. What if you're attracting what you're putting out? What if the vibration that you're putting out, that little filler that's going out of the world in every direction, is based off of what you're pretending to be? You're saying, I attract different people in the same body. It's because you're putting on the same mask and calling it you, but it's not. So now I just say, you know what? I'm literally, because if you look back in these videos, you're going to be like, oh, radical self-acceptance. I thought she was playing. When she said this, and this with isolation, I thought she was playing. When she says all these things, I thought she was playing. No, she was badass. Yeah. I have been applying all these things in my life. I have been sharing all these things with you all in real time. And yeah, sometimes my thoughts, my feelings have been on this pendulum. It happens. You know, the pendulum, the little ball things, and you hit the end and go, then you hit the other and it goes, but you know what that steady constant one in the center that's never moving? God. He's always there. He's keeping that rhythm. And he's waiting on you to be like, okay, I stopped. Where do you want me to go? Who do you want me to be? Where are you trying to lead me? He's like, oh, so now you're done? You're done trying to be something you're not? You're done being someone you're not? You're done being this thing, this person in this place in your head that is not you? Hey there. You are wonderfully gifted and made in my image. And you radiate the love, the joy, and the being that I wanted you to be. Now you have finally came into alignment with who I want you to be. Now you're mirroring the image that I want you to have. You were never broken. That strain in your mind, that cognitive dissonance, that feeling of, even though I think I should be this person, I really want to be this person, and that fight that you are having internally with yourself, it will leave when you stop putting yourself in a box. When you stop letting others put you in a box. When you stop trying to align with what makes you great based off what other people think makes you great. Your greatness is innately in you. You are always amazing. You are always the person that God wanted you to be. That very thing that life kept trying to make you stop using was your gift. Yeah. In my life, what was my superpower? My voice in all facets. My voice was the one thing that was always silent. But with all this, I was reminded of a promise that I made to God when I had my tonsillectomy. When I was over 30, I said, God, if you give me back my voice, I'm going to use it. God, if you give me back my ability to talk and to sing, I'm going to talk and I'm going to sing. Now imagine the disappointment in God had when he gave me my voice to sing and to speak, and I chose to not use them. Imagine his, well, I thought that she would do better this time. Maybe she's not ready. I thought that she would say what I put in her heart, but she's not ready. I'm ready now. And you know what comes into my heart as I say this? I am ready to love. Do y'all know that song? And I am ready to love. That song? So many times in life, we feel like we're ready for something, but we're afraid of the thing that we actually want. What if we're actually better than whatever we even realize? What if we're being everything that God wants, but we're not quite ready yet? What if He gave you everyone in your life, all your chess pieces are in alignment, but you're scared to make the next move? Because with every step you take, you're putting yourself in the position to win. But your whole life, you've been told you belong down here. You're never meant to be held in a box. You're a bird. What if the reason why books like I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing were always your favorite because God was telling you, even as a small child, that your greatness will never be stifled by someone who can't see it? We all have gifts. We all have greatness. We all have little things that are coming into our world. What if the only thing that's holding you back is you? Think about that. You are greater than you could ever know. You are braver than you could even fathom. What if the person that is truly holding you back is you? What if you disregard all the negativity? What if you release all the hurts and the pains? What if you just say, you know what, God? They know not what they do. They know not what they say. They are shielded from my greatness because they're not meant to go on this journey of my life. And I release them with love. It's not a coincidence. It's not. Everything happens for a reason. Everything could either be here for a second, a moment, or even an eternity. But it's all building to make you better. It is all working for your good. Yeah, it's all working for your good. You just have to believe it. And even when you are facing unbearable pains, when you are facing abuse that no one would even believe, so you keep it to yourself and you literally make yourself sick because you can't even create the words to explain why you're sad when everyone thinks you should be happy. That same cognitive dissonance will have you thinking you're depressed. It will have you thinking that you're angry. It will start having you thinking that you're not loved. The thing is the love that God has for you is stronger than the love that any person can give you. And when you start to learn to love yourself, you are being God-like, because God is love. God created us all in His image, and we were all made in His image. And when we create, we are being in our most God-like state. When we are loving ourselves, we are being our most God-like state. When we learn to forgive, when we learn that everything is building towards what we actually desire, we are in our most God-like state. What if your happiness is radiating so brightly from within because now you are moving in your most God-like state? Learn to find pleasure in your silences. Learn to find pleasures in your pains. Learn that it is all working for you not against you. We are so amazing. We just don't know it yet. Sometimes those same people who are trying to have that crab in the barrel mentality, they see your gifts. They see your shimmer. They see your sparkle. They see it. You don't see it because you were always told that you don't have, because they were trying to knock you back down. It's okay. So if you really want to know what your gifts are, if you really want to know what your talents are, lean into those things that scare you the most. Lean into those things that you were constantly in trouble for. Lean into those things that you were made to feel embarrassed by. Lean into your quirks. I tell you all the time, I'm so weird. My therapist that I haven't talked to in a while, I don't know if he's quit on me or what, but it's okay. He can still live a little bit rent-free in my head because he gave such good advice. What some people would call is weird makes me an enigma. What some people call strange, we are actually beyond their comprehension. Think of all the great scientists and leaders of the world. They were called insane. They were called strange. They were called just crazy. Not because they were, but because the comprehension that they had, the understanding that they had was greater, and it far surpassed the comprehension of the masses. You are greater than you know. You have this gift that is being stopped because you're hearing all the things that are trying to bring you down. Tell yourself that it's not real. Lean into your passions, lean into your gifts, lean into your alone time. Lean into all these things that make you great. Because your greatness was never meant to be stopped. All right, y'all. I hope this helps. I love you, and I know that you are loved. Love is in you because God made you from love, and you are made in his image. So don't let whatever is on your heart stop you. Whatever is in your ears stop you. You're not meant to be stopped. You're meant to live. All right. Later, y'all.